So the new season is almost upon us, which means that EA Sports are about to drop the latest edition of FIFA. However, let's have a look back at FIFA 10 and see 9 players the game predicted would go on to achieve greatness, but who really haven't. Jose Altidore. So if FIFA was just restricted to the MLS, then this prediction probably wouldn't look so silly. Sure, stick him on the front cover even. Unfortunately for Jose Altidore, there is a world outside of the States, as he found out during a mostly disastrous 7-year European adventure. 3 goals in 52 appearances for Sunderland would have been a poor record for a left back, never mind a centre forward. To put it in perspective, Harry Kane was an 84 in FIFA 17. Milan Barros. Were the creators at EA Sports stuck in a time warp when they made this game? They must have been watching DVDs of Euro 2004 that summer or something. Surely everybody had dropped the talk of Milan Barros exploding into one of the most fearsome strikers on the planet, once he turned into a serial bench warmer for Aston Villa and Portsmouth. He since had limited success in the Turkish league before returning to his homeland, never to be heard from again. Jose Baxter. People had reason to believe that Jose Baxter might amount to something special, as he became the Premier League's youngest ever starter for Everton in 2008. However, after signing for Sheffield United in 2013, he was suspended for 5 months following a failed drugs test before being released in May 2016. After talks with his local Sunday League side, yeah, things got that desperate, Everton recently handed him a lifeline at the age of 25. So who knows? But he probably won't be challenging for the Ballon d'Or, or even Golden Boot, like FIFA 10 suggested. Aidan McGeady. Last year, Roy Keane told Aidan McGeady that he should probably have done a lot more with his career. It's hard to argue. Since the creation of FIFA 10, he spent time with Spartak Moscow, Everton, Sheffield Wednesday and Preston, arguably producing his best football last season at the age of 31. Putting it into perspective, some of FIFA 17's 88s, Antoine Griezmann, Alexis Sanchez, Kevin De Bruyne and Paul Pogba. Yeah. Alan Hutton. What were they thinking? Alan Hutton wasn't even in favour at Tottenham when FIFA 10 was created. So just why they thought the former Rangers fullback was going to become the British Cafu is anyone's guess. He was snapped up by Aston Villa in 2011, where he became a symbol of frustration for the supporters. Despite 3 loan spells away from the club, he's still hanging on in there at the age of 32. Marco Marin. I know what you're thinking, has Marco Marin left Chelsea yet? It seems crazy, but for a man who only made 6 league appearances for the Blues, he was on their books for 4 years, nearly completing the 5-year deal he signed in 2012. Before that, he was an exciting winger with Werder Bremen and was even brought to the 2010 World Cup with Germany. Since then, it's all gone wrong for him. Olympiacos are his 7th club in 5 years, and he hasn't played for his country since he was 21. Peter Odemwingie. I can't imagine too many Ballon d'Or contenders having to physically drive themselves to another football club and wait outside the gates until they let him in. Back in 2009, Peter Odemwingie was a nippy 28-year-old forward for Lokomotiv Moscow, who was tipped for big things by EA Sports. To be fair, he was a great buy for West Brom, bagging 31 goals in 89 games, but he barely troubled the net at Cardiff, Stoke, Bristol or Rotherham, and he's just after signing for Madura United in Indonesia, and he can barely sit still with excitement. Franco De Santo. Franco De Santo was nicknamed Crespito after former Chelsea striker Hernan Crespo. They were both Argentinian and played for the same club, but that's where the comparisons end, I'm afraid. De Santo barely got a sniff at Stamford Bridge and was a modest goal scorer with both Blackburn and Wigan, winning an FA Cup and getting relegated in the same season with the latter. At 28, he's about to embark on his 3rd season with Schalke after leaving Werder Bremen, and has only ever managed 1 season in his entire career where he scored more than 7 league goals in a campaign. Kerrison. So let's cut EA Sports a little slack. Back in 2009, they predicted that there would be a Brazilian hotshot running around tearing European defences to shreds. They just picked the wrong one. Kerrison had just signed for Barcelona that summer at the age of 20 and was predicted for big things. He was soon labelled one of the worst signings in the club's history. He failed in loan spells with Benfica and Fiorentina before returning to Brazil very sharply. However, he's recently made a return to Europe with Arouca in a Portuguese suburb. Ever heard of them? Did not think so. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and make sure you check out Footy Feed for all the latest transfer rumours and news.